Hey guys, James Walker with TurnkeyInvest.com. Wanted to stop, take a minute, and thank my investors for another record-breaking month. People are flocking to something that is real and tangible, and that is Memphis real estate. Turnkey properties, meaning fully renovated, everything under one house that my investors need to succeed, from acquisitions, renovations, property management, which is the key moving forward after the point of a sale, that we are your boots on the ground here in Memphis, Tennessee. So thank you again for another record-breaking month. From TurnkeyInvest.com, if you have not already signed up to come to our October event, October 2nd and 3rd. So times are a little weird right now for traveling, but we have several people already signed up to come to the event. We are going to have a day of education, a short day of education, I might add. So we're not going to be sitting in a classroom all day. We're going to get on this tour bus and we're going to go see properties under construction. We'll see brand new houses built to rent. We'll see finished product. You'll get to meet my team and what makes this possible for so many investors from around the world. We can't wait to see you guys in October. This is for people who have invested with us already, or referrals of those people that have invested from us. But if you have more questions, please reach out to me and the team. Go to TurnkeyInvest.com. This bubble will pop up. Click the button that says apply for your free tickets. October 2nd and 3rd. From the main site, if you click on the button that says view property listings, you're going to see all the houses we have. Our acquisitions team is hard at work to make sure we have the strongest inventory available at all times. Last month, we helped add $7 million worth of properties to portfolios for our investors. Most of the properties we have available right now are under construction, so don't judge us by the pictures you see here. We buy the worst house in a great neighborhood, bring it to 2020 standards, therefore attract the best tenant possible, and that sets up Foundation Property Management, our in-house property management team, really well to do a good job on your returns and affecting your bottom line in a positive way. Currently, we have 10 properties available. There will be some more coming soon, and a lot of properties in the reserve section. Just to quantify what that means in the reserve section, once the contract is complete and earnest money's in hand, it will go away from the reserve section. You won't ever see it again. But it sits there until it's completely solidified, and then we move forward. Today, we're going to check out an attached property. So it's two single-family homes attached, divided by a firewall. It's right here at 6354 Kirby Downs. So you click the button that says more information, and it's going to open up a specific page about each property. We're just going to break down and give you a lot more information. These homes are really attractive to me as an investor. I move a lot of people out of apartments, maybe a single mom, 2 kids, living in an apartment, and her whole goal in life right now is to get their kids out of that apartment into a real house. This is a good first step. It's kind of like a townhome, but it has a yard. It has a tiny backyard, tiny front yard. Perfect for most of my renters because it takes a weed eater to cut the grass, right? Low maintenance. This property we just put into the system. It's under construction. You have a map showing you exactly where it is. Hit this little icon in the top right corner. It'll expand open. You don't have to leave the website to go to Google Maps or Bing, wherever you find your best source to be for that. We put a crime map. Click on the button that says crime map. It's going to pop up and show you how much crime is in the area. For only $105,900, this property, fully renovated, is going to cash flow 12%. So it's built in 1984. So it's not a very, very old house. It's a little bit newer than some of them you might see, turnkey. It's 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. I like that it has that half bath for the guest. That's really nice to have. And it's going to fetch $950 a month in rent. The button down here that says due diligence vault, when you click on that, it's going to open a Google Drive digital folder with all of this information in there, starting with the scope of work. Since the house has just now started construction, you need to know what all is being done to bring this home to 2020 standards. So we're going to list it all out, line by line. In the bottom right-hand corner, we make it easy on you to see the big ticket items. I want to know, how old is the roof? How old is the air conditioner? How old is the water heater? How old is the furnace? Everything's being replaced on this house except the furnace, which is only 3 years old. I have furnaces in houses that are 40 years old. So it's pretty simple. Flame, air blows across, gets warm, pushed into the house. Not many working parts on that furnace. So a 3-year-old furnace is definitely worth keeping. New water heater, new AC, new roof, and much, much more on a house like this one. The next thing that you probably draw your attention to in the due diligence vault is the pro forma. This is a financial breakdown showing you what you should expect from this house net annually. So purchased at $105,900 with a $950 rent gives us $8,000 net operating income after you subtract all of your expenses listed in the bottom right-hand corner. Now the cash needed to purchase this house. Many of you are taking advantage of the 20% down loans that we have available through our preferred lenders. Our preferred lenders are listed on the website, but reach out to the team if you want a list of these preferred lenders so that you can get ready to buy your first house, or they will help you sequence your purchases to be able to buy that 10th, 11th, 15th house. 20% down and closing costs. So total cash out of your pocket to buy this house, $25,380. That's one of the powers of real estate. Any real investment needs to be able to be leveraged so that you can take your $100,000 and buy 4 properties rather than just one. So if we take your net operating income of $8,000, divide it by total cash needed to purchase, that's going to give us what most people are asking me about, and that's cash on cash return. What is the $25,000 investment that I invested in Memphis, Tennessee, going to produce for me net annually? This is before tax incentives, the tax breaks we have as investors for investing. This is before debt reduction. There's a lot of other great benefits to investing in real estate, but that alone, a 12% return on your money, is good enough for most. The next thing that you're going to see in the diligence vault is a comparable sales folder. So I'm going to have an entire folder dedicated to comparable sales, showing you other comparable homes that have sold in the area versus the one you're buying, which is the subject property. So comparable number 1, 2, and 3. And you can see what they sold for, the type of loan that they used to purchase that property. A lot of good data. Down here, it'll give you average square footage, and that should match when multiplied by your square footage what we're asking you to purchase the home for. This is how an appraiser is going to come to a value of your property. They're not going to consider the rent. They're not going to consider a lot of things. They are only going to use houses that are fully renovated against other houses that are fully renovated if they're a good appraiser. And we have some great appraisers. Very rarely do we have an appraisal issue with our properties because we've done the homework. If we ever do have an appraiser come in a little bit lower than our price, all we have to do is send them this data. Normally it's corrected. Once you know the value of the home is correct, the next thing you need to know is that our rent estimate is correct. So this is from a company called Rentometer. I have a pro subscription, saves you from having to buy one. And so I'm sharing the data from Rentometer with you guys right here at your fingertips. You don't have to email us and ask us to send it to you. On every property, we're going to provide all this information. So that it goes down and it'll show you a map of the comparable rental homes in the area. And it'll even list each address, how far away they are from the subject property, and with the type of rent they're getting. So in this area, you're seeing as high as $1,217. There's plenty of homes in the $950 range. So our home is easily going to rent for our projected $950 rent per month, which we call target rent. Now, I got this question the other day. They said, now, James, what percentage of your homes are selling and they're already have a tenant placed? Well, down here at the bottom of the houses, if you see lease in place, instant cash flow, you know those are leased. But the answer to that question is more than 90% of our homes are leased before you take possession. As a matter of fact, many of our homes are leased when you purchase them. So if you're ever looking for that certain, instant cash flow property, it's listed on the website as lease in place, instant cash flow. Let's see here, go back to share screen. Next on the list in the diligence vault would be the property data sheet. So this is a PDF that gives you all the information that I have at my fingertips as a real estate broker in the state of Tennessee and Mississippi on each house. So it's going to come through, it's going to give you bedroom and bathroom square footage, exact tax data. So you know exactly what the taxes are, not an estimate or a calculated return or amount that you'll be paying in taxes. From 3 sources, you're going to get from the appraiser, the tax assessor, Memphis Area Association of Realtors is what MAR stands for, the MLS. So this is when a realtor entered the data. The most accurate data is going to come right here from the appraiser. So I would be very confident that this house is 1,263 square feet, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Even though that says 1.1 in the MLS, that 1.1 means 1.5 bath. It gives you a lot of good information there. One of the first places my eyes go is down here where it says flood risk, moderate, which means an area that will not be flooded in the next 500 years. So you won't have to have flood insurance on a house like this. If you haven't already gone to foundationpm.com, go there and see the back-end marketing that we're doing, not only to sell a property, because that's got to be pretty easy in this environment. You know, real estate is on fire right now. People are begging for properties nationwide. Multiple offer scenarios all the time, whether it's a new construction I'm building for homeowners, my investors, or rentals. So see what your property manager is doing on the back end to attract those tenants that are going to be leasing from you. You don't want to have just 1 or 2 applicants. You want several applicants to choose from. So I'm really proud of our marketing team here at Foundation Property Management. We're having record phone calls, so just people interested, record online inquiries, and applications. So an application is when someone pays $75 for a background check, criminal check, where we can see who we are renting to. Just every week, week after week, we're seeing record numbers in all of those metrics when it comes to the rental properties. What does that say? That says that there's a high demand for quality rental properties in Memphis, Tennessee. I would go as far as to say, you know what? Memphis has enough rentals. We don't need any more. But let me explain that. The majority of owners of rental properties in Memphis, Tennessee should be ashamed of what they're trying to rent to a single mom raising 3 kids in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. The houses stink, the roofs are leaking, the air conditioners work sometimes, and our houses are fully renovated in good areas. So therefore, there's an overwhelming demand for a house that smells nice, that has working plumbing and electrical that's safe for young kids to be running around in. So we're at an advantage here. When our house goes on the market, we are flooded with people wanting to rent it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and the team. We are just honored and humbled that you guys have supported us in so many ways. We take it very seriously that you're investing with our team here in Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks and have a great day.